A beautiful afternoon here at the Lynn baseball field on the lovely Lynn University campus in beautiful Boca. We've got about 80 degrees, sunny skies as usual. Wind blowing in towards us. We're right behind home plate, and it is gusting. It's whipping up all our papers here, so that will be a factor. Typically this Lynn offense can bang some home runs out into stiff winds, but today against the excellent Tampa pitching staff and some wind behind their good arms might be a challenge for the Fighting Knights bats. Ari Shannock along with Matt Mazzamero. And Matt, Lynn has jumped into the rankings in the South region. They had that long winning streak, 10 games?
11, actually.
11 games before dropping that tough game at Florida Southern, but that was after Lynn was able to take 2 out of 3 against the highly ranked Mocs.
Yeah, and this team just been playing well. They started out a little slow in conference play this season, but slowly picked it up. Of course, taking 2 out of 3 from the 4th ranked team in the country, the Florida Southern Mocs, excuse me. That was last weekend, and before that, the weekend before, swept Barry, and just looking to continue that great conference play today. They have a tough one, in this series between the Spartans and them, but Spartans coming in this one ranked 3rd, so they have the work cut out for them, but the way this team's been hitting and playing, there's no reason that they can't take 2 out of 3.
Lynn now 19-12 overall, 8-7 in Sunshine State Conference action. They're 11-4 here at home. And Tampa, they come in at 25-5. As Matt mentioned, they are number 3 in the nation. Lynn has moved up into the polls in the South region. They're ranked 9th in the South. But Tampa, 3 in the nation, 11-1 in conference. Joe Urso is their head coach. Joe is assisted by Sam Militello and Jose Jimenez, Mark Johnson, Scott McNulty, Rudy Garbalosa in his 18th season leading the Lynn baseball program. What an exceptional job that Rudy's done. This team competitive nationally every season. His assistants, Chris Paperno, Carl Ellison, and Enrique Perez. So Lynn, they've been tough here at home, 11-4. And Tampa has just been outstanding, thus their number 3 ranking in the nation. And Tom Blake was telling us how good their pitching is. We're getting a chance to see that today. David LeBron will be on the hill. He's 5-0, 1.96 earned run average, 74 strikeouts, ranks him 2nd in the nation. The player to watch on the Tampa side today is Earhart. Is that right, Matt?
Drew Earhart, that is correct.
Okay.
Second baseman.
Yeah, Drew's got some impressive stats.
Yeah, coming into this one, batting .371 in 105 at-bats. He's gotten 39 hits. 4 of those are doubles. He's got 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Slugging percentage .467, and he, obviously the stats speak for themselves as to why he's the player to watch. He's been hitting the ball well lately and doing the job at second base for the Spartans.
Yeah, he does play second base and hits 2nd in the Spartan lineup for the Lynn Fighting Knights. We're going to get a chance to meet the player to watch, Shane Fontana. Fontana, what a season he's having, Matt.
Yeah, center fielder for Lynn has been consistent all year, .356 average coming into this one. 36 hits, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in, also scored 28 runs himself. So he's been great for the Lynn in center field and looking to continue that today as well.
Shane, before we get to meet him here on the Player to Watch pregame interview, we'll tell you this game has been delayed a little bit. That's why you're tuning in. It is 3:04. First pitch estimated at 3:15. We had an umpire who was enjoying the beach too much, or I don't know specifically what the reason was, but he was running a little late. Could have been the traffic around this area because all the tourists in town for this week, a lot of spring breaks, and it is not easy to get to one place to another around town at the moment. But now let's get to the interview with our player to watch, Shane Fontana.
One pitch at a time, one play at a time. Execute pitches, make the plays, and keep the offense rolling.
You've hit 3 home runs in the last 7 games. What's been working for you when it comes to the long ball?
I just been trying to stay inside the ball and hit the ball hard and keep hitting the ball where it's pitched.
You're hitting almost 200 points higher in home games. Talk about the difference of playing here versus on the road.
I guess the difference of playing here versus on the road is we're just taking BP here every day. We see the ball better here, and it's just our home field, and no one else can take it.
Tampa has only lost one conference game, but a majority of their wins have come on their home field. Talk about the advantage you guys have this weekend, being that it's a home series.
Advantage being a home series, again, it's our field. We hit better at our field. Our pitchers pitch better. We field the ball better. It's just great to play at our field versus theirs and make them compete against us.
Well, good luck this weekend. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And Shane Fontana, the 6'2", 195-pound junior out of Lebanon, New Jersey, began his college career at the County College of Morris.
And Shane Fontana ranked in the top 5 in a number of categories on this Lynn lineup, including 3rd in batting average. He's 5th in slugging percentage, 2nd in on-base percentage, 3rd in runs scored, 4th in hits, and number 1 tied for first with 3 triples with Pat Dorian. So, ranked in a number of categories, gets the job done, very consistent this season, and his teammates know it as well.
Yeah, he is a tough out at the plate. Bats clean up in the order for Rudy and plays an exceptional center field as well. Both teams taking their warm-ups. We do see both umpires standing behind the plate. They've met with both head coaches. So we're probably a few minutes away. We'll have the anthem, but let's first meet the starting lineup here on the Lynn Sports Network.
Tom Archer, Long Island, New York.
Gabe Martinez, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Pat Dorian, Kingston, New York.
Shane Fontana, Lebanon, New Jersey.
Willie C., Birmingham, Alabama.
Alejandro Martinez, Tampa, Florida.
Tyler Green, Buffalo, New York.
Joe Argumado, Southgate, California.
And there are your starters. Tom Blake introducing the starters here live at the Lynn Baseball Complex. Our PA announcer here today. 3-game set against the 3rd-ranked Tampa Spartans. It's going to be fun if you're in the area. Come on out. It's some of the top baseball in the nation at any level. And a number of future professional players out here today, including Pat Dorian, the leading hitter, shortstop, hits 3rd in this lineup. Matt, the numbers for Dorian just kind of jump out at you.
I mean, yeah, we were talking about it before the game, but aside from his outstanding 386 average coming to this one, he's got 12 doubles and 13 home runs, along with 43 runs batted in already this season. So that's where your power is coming from, all your hits all around, and it's just incredible the amount of hits he has out of how many does he have on the season here? Where'd it go? He has 44 hits, and just, the fact that he has 12 doubles, 13 home runs, and also 3 triples is just the fact, going for extra base is just incredible.
No, and then that results in the slugging percentage that he has.
886, forgot to mention that.
886.
Incredible stuff.
Talk about off the charts.
But he's been holding it down at shortstop, and very good there for the Fighting Knights, starting his career here last season, just continuing where he left off this year.
And here is the national anthem. Oh, about ready for baseball here from Lynn. We had a brief delay. Umpire arriving a little late. Having too much fun here in South Florida. So Argumedo will take his spot behind the plate as Anthony Franco throws some warm-up pitches. There's a good look at Franco, 5'9", 155-pound junior out of Baldwin Park, California. Matt will go over his numbers here this season.
Yeah, well, Anthony Franco has become kind of the reliable Friday game starter for the Fighting Knights. Comes in this one 2-2 record, 5.29 ERA in 9 appearances. He's thrown 32 1/3 innings, given up 37 hits, 20 runs, 19 of those earned, 8 walks, 23 strikeouts, and opponents batting .296 against him.
Alec Ojeda is the left fielder. Shane Fontana, our player to watch today here in the Lynn Sports Network, plays center. Gabe Martinez in right. Alejandro Martinez is at first, and he is playing first in place of Jake Rouse, who was injured, hit by a pitch in that wrist. And we're hoping Jake will be back maybe by the last series of the regular season, and then it would be excellent to have him in the lineup if we reach the postseason play.
Yeah, an unfortunate loss there. That happened a couple weekends ago against Barry, but Alejandro Martinez does more than do the job there at first base, does a great job with the bat. He can field as well, also catches sometimes behind Argumedo, swaps or they platoon behind the plate, so a good replacement for Rouse and a speedy recovery to him.
Tom Archer, the second baseman, Pat Dorian at short, Tyler Green plays third, and Argumedo behind the plate. We are ready for action. Leading it off for the Spartans, Stephen Smith, not to be confused with Stephen A. Smith. There's the first pitch, ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center field on the first pitch. Not quite like the Cubs yesterday down here in Miami with their first pitch to begin the season that was
out of every
launched
single
for
team.
a home run.
Yeah. But quick start here for Tampa. And Franco just trying to settle in.
Well, this will be a test for Lynn, you know, a third-ranked team in the nation. And our scouting report was, that pitch a little low, is how good this Tampa pitching is. So if you're Lynn, you're a high-scoring team, usually win games with the power and the bats and the offense. But that, you know, that rarely works against the top-notch. That ball chopped towards third. Green fields it, only play first. The throw is high and gets away. The runners will advance up to second and third. Hustling back to the plate is Argumedo to hold Smith at third. So Earhart, the player to watch on the Tampa side, chops one down the line and gets all the way to third base on the throwing error. So just as I was saying, in order to beat these top-notch teams, top few teams in the country, bring in a terrific pitching staff, you're going to have to throw the ball well and catch the ball. And those are two areas that Lynn does struggle with.
Yeah, and you know, you want to beat the top teams, you can't beat yourself. And already in a tough spot here, Franco's going to have to get himself out of this jam.
There's a base hit in left field. One run will score. Earhart will come in and score standing on the two-run single by Harrison Bragg. A quick start for the Spartans. And you got a guy like you're facing LeBron, who's got a 1.96 earned run average, 5-0 on the season. You're hoping to keep your team in the game.
And he's only thrown 4 pitches so far, so Tampa's coming out swinging early, and that's something to pay attention to here.
That ball spun foul off the end of the bat from Darren Miller, the third baseman, who bats cleanup. So Harrison Bragg with the 2 RBIs increases his team-leading total to 31. And we'll have a quick meeting of the mound. Rudy's going to take a slow walk, trying to compose his pitcher and his team. Franco greeted with 2 hits. An error committed by the infield. And 2 runs are already in here.
Not an ideal start. You know, however, since those runners already have come home, all you have to do is worry about the one guy in first. So just keep the ball low to the hitter Miller here and try to induce one of those double plays up the middle. Try to get 2 quick ones.
Darren Miller, 5'8" senior, second baseman out of Key West. And began his career collegiately at Florida State.
Yeah, Miller coming to this one batting .324, 33 for 102 on the season, 10 doubles, 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in.
Check swing gets away from Argumento, and advancing into second goes Harrison Bragg. Oh, another runner in scoring position, still nobody out. The count is 0-2. Oh, Franco needs to settle down. It's tough. Greeted with a couple of sharp hits, but when your defense not supporting you, the challenge to pitch over. That ball a little low, 1-2. You'll see Franco drops down to that three-quarter sidearm motion against right-handed batters and will come straight over the top against lefties. The 1-2 to Miller. That ball gets away from Argumento. Good stop by Joe, but it did squib away far enough for Bragg to move into third. So very shaky all-around start for the Lynn Fighting Knights in this big game against Tampa.
You got to think that nerves have something to do with it. They know the task they're up against here, facing the number 3 ranked team in the country, but you can't let that get to you.
Hanging curveball laced into deep left center field, and that will one-hop the fence. Extra base hit will score Bragg into second with a standing double is Darren Miller off of the 2-strike count. Well, you would think Lynn just did play the highly ranked Florida Southern Mocs on the road. So coming home probably confident and maybe loose, but definitely a tight start here this afternoon.
Already 3 across, still looking for that first out.
Now here's Danny Servin. Serves it up the middle. Archer to his right. Well beyond the bag. No throw because no chance on Servin. He jammed himself off the bat handle but put it in the tough spot for Lynn to field it. Ends up being an infield hit. Still nobody out. Runners to the corners. 3 runs are in.
You kind of see what the formula is here. So far, every single player that's come to the plate has swung at the first pitch. And that's got to be something, you know, Franco's got to pay attention to. We'll see how he approaches this at-bat.
Left-handed batter Connor Kryl, the designated hitter. Over the top, chopped over the head of Martinez. Got a glove on it to slow it down. So another hit by Tampa. The 4th run comes in as Miller crosses the plate on the RBI single by Kryl. Boy, oh boy, that couple of fortuitous hits for the Spartans as well. They've come out, laced a few balls. Lynn has helped them out with an error, a pass ball, but also a couple of fortuitous hops and squib hits for the Spartans. And now DeTringo, the right fielder, stands in. Shortens to bunt, throw down to second. Back standing is Servin. DeTringo, 6'2" junior out of Ruskin, Florida.
DeTringo batting .361. And so far we've seen, you know, top to bottom here in this lineup from what we've seen, everyone can hit. Lowest average is .287, or actually .213, excuse me. That's the number 9 hitter that has yet to come to the plate. But DeTringo batting .361, 35 for 97 on the season, 11 doubles, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs.
1-1 the count. Franco delivers, shortening to bunt, puts a good one down, but that will roll foul. And fortunate for Lynn, if that had stayed fair, would have been another infield hit. 4 runs are in, runners at first and second. They count 1 and 2 to DeTringo. Rough start for Lynn.
Tampa really just mixing it up, everything they're doing here. They'll swing at some, they'll bunt at some, not afraid of small ball. Just trying to scratch runs across any way they can.
Yeah, the only extra base hit was the double by Miller. The stretch in the pitch. Frisbee looking curveball floats away. Tampa has not been fooled at all by the sidearm delivery. They have been aggressive and ready.
You know, it seems to be kind of like the theme with Lynn pitching year in, year out. They always struggle early on in the games, but once their starting pitcher settles in, it usually goes better.
Well, let's hope so. The 2-2. Good looking pitch. Strike 3 called. And confused heading back to the dugout. I mean, lost track of how many strikes he had, I think, was DeTringo. So the first out finally recorded by the Fighting Knights. One down to Richie Rivera, the center fielder. Richie, 6-foot senior out of St. Petersburg High School. Ground ball right to Dorian, should be 2, flips to Archer for 1, on to first for the double play. So an easy double play ball turned by Lynn, but not before Tampa scores 4 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2. As we move on to the bottom half of the first inning, Tampa 4, Lynn nothing. So David LeBron taking his warm-up tosses before he throws his official pitch, first official pitch, against Tom Archer. Tom comes to the plate against David LeBron, 5'11", 190-pound senior out of Homestead, Florida, South Dade High School. And the numbers are impressive on Mr. LeBron.
Yeah, he talks about him a little before the game, but 5-0 record, 1.96. That's sub-2 ERA in 8 appearances. He's thrown 46 innings, given up 37 hits, just 11 runs in those 46 innings, which is absolutely incredible. Only walked 12 and struck out 74. Opponents batting .214 against him.
And nice, easy motion, kind of effortless, and then comes with the heat. A lot of movement, as you noticed, Matt, during his warm-up tosses.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. Faster fastball than I think what Lynn is used to seeing so far this season. We'll see if they have a hard time catching up to that.
Oh, that's nasty. On the edge, 1-1. Tom Archer, the 5'8", 140-pound junior out of Fort Salongo, New York, and a transfer out of Hofstra University. Tom has been superb. Here's the 1-1, and then Matt will go over his numbers. And that hits him. He came well inside, so leadoff hitter aboard for Lynn. You can hear the dugout hooting it up.
Well, before that, getting hit by that pitch, Archer came into this one batting .377, 43 hits in 114 at-bats, 10 doubles, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs, slugging percentage at .596. And before that one, he was only hit by 6 pitches, so that's his 7th time getting hit by a pitch this season.
And it'll bring Gabe Martinez, the right fielder, to the plate. Gabe, 6 foot, 185-pound senior at West Palm Beach. Well, if anybody can come back against this terrific pitching staff, it would be the Lynn offense.
Yeah, you'd think so. It's a top 5 offense in the country, so they can hit, when they need to. They shouldn't be fooled by anything. And Gabe Martinez, especially, .356 average for him. 4 doubles, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs in the season. And they're off to a good start here if they want to make the comeback early on in this game, getting the leadoff man on with no outs.
Yeah, it'd be important to at least pick up a run here, kind of answer Tampa. Let them know that they're going to stay right there. Ground ball to second. They flip to short for one. On to first for the double play. Very nicely done by Earhart and Golly. So Earhart, Golly to Bragg. Erases the leadoff hit by pitch by Archer.
Fortunate there. That one just eliminates the runner. Now 2 quick ones. But
we'll go over the defense for Tampa. Stephen Smith and left, Richie Rivera in center. Nick DeTringo plays right. Harrison Bragg is the first baseman. Earhart, who began that double play, plays second. Golly at short. Darren Miller at third. And Servin, Danny Servin behind the plate.
Well, like you said, they want to at least get one back here. 2 outs already. We'll see if Dorian can get something started. No one on.
1-0 to Pat. The pitch from LeBron. Strike called, 1-1. Dorian, 6'2", 205-pound senior out of Kingston, New York. And Herkimer College. And we talked about Dorian's numbers in pregame, but here's the 1-1. Chopped foul, good rip by Pat, but Matt can go over it again. That's worth going over his stats a few times.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the .386 average really jumps out at you. That's impressive. He's got 44 hits and 114 at-bats, 12 doubles, 13 home runs, 43 runs batted in, also 3 triples for him. Slugging percentage, .886.
Pat digs in.
He's also walked 13 times and been hit 5 times.
A little bit of an open stance. Swing and a miss at a changeup or a splitter. Very nicely thrown by LeBron. So after hitting Archer to begin the inning, he gets Martinez to roll into a double play and strikes out Dorian, which is no easy thing to accomplish. So heading to the second, 4-0 Tampa.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Lynn Sports Network. I'm Tom Blake. Alongside me is Alex Slocum. We go live now as Toto Gana prepares to take on his 4th exam of the day, needing to nail this one to ace them all. Your thoughts, Alex?
Thanks, Tom. It appears Toto has formed such a strong bond with his caddy from the Masters, he even started bringing him along to class.
Good afternoon. Thanks for coming today. Today is our midterm. Good luck to everybody.
Let's listen in now as Gana discusses his approach with his caddy.
What are you thinking here?
Just give me the blue pen.
The blue pen? I think the pencil will be better.
Okay, let's try. No, Chad, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Blue pen?
Yes, sir.
Blue pen.
Okay. I don't know.
You're not feeling that blue pen, are you?
No.
How about the black pen? Let's try the black pen.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's not good. Let's try. Let's go back to the pencil.
Pencil it is.
Okay, let's go.
Top of the second inning, 4-0 Spartans. Anthony Franco hopes to take command here in the second after the first 6 hitters reach base. Anthony worked his way out of some trouble, striking out DeTringo and then getting Rivera into double play. That ball hit deep to left field. One hops the fence. Extra base hit for Golly, the shortstop. Slides into second with a leadoff double, the second extra base hit of the afternoon for Tampa.
And just picking up where they left off last inning. Swinging at first pitch, or pitches early in the count at least, and just like that, already a man in scoring position. Threatening for more.
And back to the top of the lineup, Stephen Smith began the game with a first pitch base hit up the middle. Swing at a miss, nice breaking pitch by Franco.
Finally gets ahead in that first pitch.
An important bounce-back inning for Anthony. With the way LeBron looks on the hill, you don't want to give this team too many runs. Nice bunt down the first baseline. Good play and tag. Did he miss him? No, he got him. Okay, I thought he tagged him, but then he went to possibly throw it to Archer, so I wasn't sure. But advancing the runner to third with a sacrifice bunt from Stephen Smith.
That was a beautiful bunt, by the way. I feel like we kind of overlooked that, but placed it perfectly down the line.
Yeah, beautiful.
Made it tough on Martinez to make that tag, but advancing the runner to third was the priority there, and they get the job done.
That'll bring Earhart to the plate. Drew chopped a bouncing ball down the third base line. Breaking pitch called strike one. Wasn't an easy play for Green at third, but then he threw high, kind of rushing, and threw over the head of Martinez. Back in the first. Just outside, count evens at 1. 1 out. Golly at third.
And that's a good spot for Franco. You know, he doesn't have the overpowering stuff, so he's going to have to really be crafty with his placement. Because this team can hit.
Yeah, they can hit. And as we mentioned, when gusting in towards home plate, so you're going to have to manufacture some runs. Tampa with the 4 runs. They picked up their second extra base hit here to lead off this inning. That ball low, so 3-1. The count to Earhart, who leads his team in hits and runs scored. Infield is in. The 3-1. Tried to check it up, but he offered at it. 3-2 to Earhart. The freshman out of Tampa, Wharton High School. Laced to deep left field in front of the warning track, making the catch. Well done by Ojeda, but a sacrifice fly off of the bat of Earhart scores Golly from third, and is 5-0 Tampa. As that ball was hit hard.
Well, he's got 2 down, bases clear, doesn't have to worry about any runners, just focus on the batter. Bragg, of course, an RBI single his last time up.
Earhart with run batted in number 17. Swing and a miss by Harrison Bragg with a 2-run producing base hit. A line drive to left field last inning. Bragg, 6'4", 230-pound senior. All the way from Lakewood, Washington. Began collegiately at Mississippi State University.
It's quite the journey.
Yeah. Big time looking athlete. What's Bragg's numbers, Matt?
Well, Bragg came into this one. He was batting .307, 31 for 101, 5 doubles, 9 home runs, 29 runs batted in.
Tried to check up. Yes, he did, said the base path umpire and the Lynn dugout. So Franco gets Bragg swinging, his second strikeout. 1 run, 1 hit. It is now 5-0 Tampa, moving into the bottom half of the second here in the Lynn Sports Network.
The Lynn Sports Network had a big pickup in the offseason, netting single-season three-point record holder Pepe Vasquez to its staff. And she has proven on and off the court, she gets buckets.
Pepe, can you fill this out for me?
Sure, no problem. Oh, Pepe.
Woo!
Is it alright? Oh, Pepe. Yeah.
Hey, Pepe, can you go this way on your way out?
Yeah. Oh, Pepe.
Pepe.
There's Shane Fontana, our player to watch here today on the Lynn Sports Network. Leading it off the bottom of the second, takes a fastball a little high. Well, we checked with some of the Tampa sports information people, and they said that Mr. LeBron throws in the low 90s. And that's what it appears, because that has some zip. You got that easy slow motion, and then bam, extra velocity coming at you. And just an impressive-looking pitcher, David, a 5'11", 190-pound senior out of Homestead. And LeBron, I mean, you just say LeBron, and that's intimidating. First name or last name.
Yeah, luckily had a professional basketball player, one of the greatest ever, to kind of pave the way with that one. So you already hear that name. People are thinking, oh, great athlete.
Yeah, great. LeBron's pitching? 2-1 the count to Fontana.
Fontana, by the way, batting .356. Give you the rest of his stats after this pitch.
Ooh, it's a nice pitch on the outside corner.
.356, 36 for 101 on the season. 4 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in, and a .545 slugging percentage. It's also walked 14 times, leads the team in that category.
Well, we're constantly talking how good this Lynn offense is. Deservedly so. The power, their ability to score runs in many facets. Trying to check it up. That's a drop third strike as it bounced in towards the dugout, and Fontana will be aboard to lead off the second.
It's a good job by him being alert on that. Wasn't waiting for the call. I think he thought he went around anyway, which was good instinct on his part, just sprinting down to first. So even though you got the strikeout, you also got the man on first to start off the second inning.
So Archer started the first, getting hit by a pitch. Fontana begins the second on a drop third strike, and Willie C. will come to the plate. But back to what my thought, Matt, was we talk about how potent this offense is. And, how many players offensively that Lynn has potentially they'll play the next level. But this is the kind of pitcher they're going to be facing at the next level.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see how they match up.
Right, and, especially the lively fastball we've talked about. He's got the movement on his pitches, and so far he's been showing how tough he can be on the mound.
Ooh, we had Fontana leaning a little bit, but a high throw, actually a good save by Bragg over there. Needed all 6'4" of his frame to stab that.
And you can add quick pickoff move also to his arsenal. Fontana over there on first, 7 for 7 in stolen bases this season.
Willie digs in, the designated hitter. Over to first instead. Willie C., 6 foot, 190-pound senior.
And Willie C. batting .274, 20 for 73, 6 doubles, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs.
Well, he's out of Calera, Alabama. Coming to the plate with a beautiful change for a strike one. Fontana has LeBron's attention because he is 7 for 7 in steals.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tampa aware of that, consistently throwing over there, but, this catcher serving, he's got a good arm. We've seen that in warm-ups. We haven't seen anyone run on him yet, but pretty accurate. He's got a strong arm.
Well, LeBron's throwing so hard that he broke Servin's mitt. He's got to go get a new, going with the black glove. Match the black jersey of the Spartans.
Be interesting if they try to send Fontana here, try to get something going, chasing 5 runs.
No, that was LeBron's thinking. He's gone over there twice. The 0-1 to Willie. Fontana fakes going, and same pitch, that little change up on the outer edge, and Willie C down 0-2. And now we're going to try another mitt for Danny Servin.
I think that's the first one he had on. Probably had to tighten some strings on there.
That was a good look at the mitt.
See if it makes a difference.
Well, let's hope he doesn't change mitts for every pitch.
Make this game a lot longer than it would need to be.
To first and safe, diving back just ahead of the tag is Fontana. Lynn dug out, letting LeBron hear it. They're trying to distract this very strong senior pitcher.
That's a great pickoff move for a righty. Very subtle in his steps.
Came back with that same pitch, that one a little lower. Good job by C to lay off. See the flags out in center field blowing in. There's Fontana with the lead. 1-2 the count. To first instead. Shane back easily. And LeBron trying to keep Fontana close, but I'm actually a little surprised he's paid this much attention to him. He's got a 5-0 lead here in the second.
Really worried about that ERA.
I think that's it.
Trying to keep that under
1.96. I mean, the last thing you want to do if you're LeBron at Tampa is lose concentration on the hitter. You got a 5-run lead. The 1-2. Good rip by Willie, but that fastball in on the hands of C. Outfield shaded to the right. Relatively deep for Willie. Again to first base. And this has got to make Rudy Garabalosa happy. Like maybe tire LeBron out a little bit.
And, that's a good point you made. It does have a 5-run lead. You're kind of wondering why he's focusing so much on one runner at first base.
The 1-2 in the dirt. Good block by Servin. And it's 2-2. So the drop third strike has really distracted LeBron. He's slowed down quite a bit. He's gone over to first base, I think, 4 times.
Fontana's in his head for sure.
Willie C fighting back in the count. He was down 0-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball inside. And the count now full. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. Second base runner for Lynn Archer was hit by a pitch. Fontana reaches on the drop, third strike. The 3-2, swing and a miss at that changeup, which accounted for all 3 strikes against C. Second strikeout of the day for LeBron. Comes in with 74 on the season, second in the nation.
But you know what? Even though he struck out, he put up a good at-bat there. Didn't go down easily. Ran the count full. The first batter to do that for Lynn today. So that's going to be the name of the game to get LeBron out of the game. You're going to want to have him throw as many pitches as possible and tire him out and, keep those pickoff attempts coming.
Alejandro Martinez digs in and takes a little low ball one. Martinez, 6'1", 225 junior out of Tampa, Hillsborough Community College. Playing his hometown school against the Spartans.
And Alejandro batting .273 with 6 doubles, 3 home runs, and 16 runs batted in. Of course, against Barry, a couple weekends ago had an incredible walk-off hit, home run in the bottom of the 9th, a 3-run shot. And that was a great series for Lynn overall. Ended up sweeping Barry.
And that series sweep part of the 10-game winning streak, or did you say 11?
It was 11.
11-game winning streak.
Yep. So just trying to get back on that winning grind here.
That streak broken by the loss up at Florida Southern. High fly ball, deep right field, wind pushing that towards the line, and DeTringo adjusts to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Two down. So we'll see if Fontana runs now. LeBron went over there about 4 times during the Willie C at bat. Didn't go over there once when Martinez was at the plate. Tyler Green at the plate here. We'll see if Rudy puts Fontana in motion.
Number 44,
Tyler Green, big 6'6", 240-pound senior out of Williamsville, New York, and the transfer out of Vanderbilt.
Been effective for Lynn this season. Give you his stats after this pitch.
Good jump. Throw to second, and no chance. Fontana is now 8 for 8 in thefts. Terrific jump by Shane. And he picked an off-speed pitch to run on. So Servin getting a good effort and a quality throw, but he didn't have a chance.
Yeah, good try there, but back to Green stats here. Like I said, been valuable for Lynn this season. .264 average, 28 for 106, 7 doubles, 8 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Second in the team in that category.
There's Tyler.
He's got a chance for number 30 out there at second base.
Big presence in the batting box. Good movement there, just a tad low to the big 6'6" third baseman. LeBron with that effortless motion and big-time velocity, but also has exhibited a nice changeup. It looked like split finger, and the heater has a lot of movement to it, particularly around the knees. He's impressive.
Fooled Green there, swing and a miss on that one. See, he's got to protect here. Be nice if he, a lot of real estate out there in left field. Just lace one over the third baseman's head.
Yeah, the gap in left center as the center fielder Rivera shading Green to the right. Change up, swing and a miss. A foul tip into the mid of Servin. So second strikeout of the inning for LeBron. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. 3 strikeouts for LeBron. And we are on our way to the third inning. Tampa 5, Lynn nothing. Darren Miller leads off the third for the Spartans. Miller, an RBI double and a run scored in the first. The 4-run first for Tampa. Ball chopped. Green has it. Throws across the diamond to Martinez for out number 1.
Number 44, Danny Servin.
Tampa still coming out here swinging at the first pitch.
Yeah, well, it's paid off for him right back.
Oh, definitely.
First inning, the first 6 hitters reach base. 5 hits. They have 6 on the afternoon already. Danny Servin singled in that 4-run first. Strike thrown by Anthony. Servin is a junior catcher out of Miami. Began his career at the University of Tennessee.
A lot of Division I experience on this Tampa roster.
That Frisbee breaking pitch sails away 2-2. Franco trying to keep the leadoff hitter off base for the first time this afternoon. Off the end of the bat, poked into center field for a base hit by Servin. Check that. 1 down as Miller grounded to green. So it's a 1-out base runner for Tampa to Connor Cryle, who is singled in the first.
We'll see if he comes out swinging first pitch too. Worked for him the first time. Of course, getting that single.
Connor, a senior out of Anthony, Florida. Line drive hit into the gap, trying to cut it off. Martinez to hold Cryle to a single. Advancing to third is Servin. So Cryle 2 for 2. Runners of the corners with 1 down in the third.
8 hits now for Tampa through 2 1/3.
DeTringo, the right fielder, struck out in the first. Line drive base hit down the third baseline. So scoring is Servin, and it is 6-0 Tampa. Base hit by DeTringo for Nick. He just upped his RBI total to 20.
So 1 across here now this inning. Chance for more, though.
No action in the bullpen. 6 runs, 9 hits.
Yeah, that's been a little surprising to me. At least they didn't, haven't had anyone even just stretching down there. But we'll see if that continues after this at-bat.
2-0. Oh, he did go. 1-1 the count. Rivera grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first. High chopper, be tough play for Dorian. Good job, jumped up, retrieved it, made the quick throw over to Green. That was his only play, and fortunately the force was available, so out number 2.
Smart heads-up play by Dorian there, knowing he only had 1 play at that one. There's no way he was going to get Rivera at first. Just kind of took his momentum towards third and went with it. Good job from the shortstop.
There's Brandon Gowley, the Tampa shortstop. Doubled and scored in the second, and that's a fair ball down the third base line. DeTringo will score. Motoring into third, being waved on. Could be a play at the plate. The throw does not hit the cutoff man, though. And scoring standing on the play is Rivera. So 2 more runs come in. Crossing the plate, DeTringo and Rivera. Second double of the game by Golly. And this one drives in 2.
Giving Green a hard time over there at third this inning. Two rockets right past him.
That ball blocked by Argumedo. Stephen Smith, 1 for 1, a single, run scored, sacrifice bunt. Well, Brandon Golly, he came in hitting .213. He's picked up his second and third doubles of the season. RBI number 9 and 10. Now, it's funny, you had talked about the lineup here. Pretty much everybody over 300. Cryle came in at 287. And Golly just .213, doing plenty of damage with 2 doubles.
And this team just cycling through the lineup. Fighting Knights have yet to work their full way back to the top of the order.
So 2 2/3 innings, 8 runs, 10 hits given up. And still no action in the bullpen. Chopped up the middle, be a tough play. Archer charging, has to hurry, gets the throw off in time. Good job by Tom to record the third out of the inning. As Smith rolls to Archer, but not but for 3 runs on 4 hits for the Spartans. They have now upped their lead to 8-0 after 2.5.
Hey, Frank, can you print that report you've been working on?
Yeah, sure thing, Chad.
Thanks, Frank.
I forgot it's got to be double-sided. I forgot to print the cover for the TPS report.
Leading off the third inning for Lynn, number 42, Joe Argumedo.
Joe Argumedo leads it off in the bottom of the third inning for Rudy Garbelosa and the Knights. They trail 8-0. High fly ball. DeTringo towards the line, battling the wind, makes the catch in foul ground on the first pitch. So for the first time of the game, LeBron records the leadoff hitter. He has yet to give up a hit, however, through 2 1/3. And here's Alec Ojeda.
Number 18, Alec Ojeda.
Ojeda coming into this one, 273 average, 15 for 55, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in.
Alex, 6-foot junior. Hit hard, but right to the shortstop, Golly. Throws high, but he's got a tall first baseman in Bragg, so an easy play. 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches for David LeBron, who is second in the nation in strikeouts with 74. 5-0, 1.96 earned run average, and he has himself an 8-run cushion.
Pitcher's dream there. Quite the cushion when your offense is producing the way the Spartans are so far this afternoon.
Number 1, Tom.
And now you got some action down there in the Lynn bullpen.
Well, LeBron, formidable, just staring, waiting for Archer to get into the batter's box. He hit Tom leading off for Lynn in the first. The 1-0, deliberate motion, and then in the dirt. 2-0.
It's almost like he goes after Archer a little more aggressively, like, because he heard Archer was recently one of the players of the week, or the offensive player of the week for Sunshine State Conference. He's been hitting the ball well.
The 2-0. Fastball strike. Not what Tom was looking for there. A little away, but good pitch for LeBron. 2 outs, nobody on in the third. Nearly the same pitch. That one maybe a little bit more outside, so 3-1. Archer in good position. Lynn looking for the first hit. Three-one pitch. Ball 4, so the third base runner of the day for the Fighting Knights, Gabe Martinez, who grounded into a double play in the first, will come to the plate.
And that's the 13th walk of the season given up by LeBron.
First of the day. Third base runner, however, Archer hit by pitch in the first, walked here in the third. Fontana reached base on a drop, third strike. Ground ball, chopped to the right side. Ranging to his left to make the play is Earhart to retire the side in the third. No runs, no hits. One left on. Heading into the fourth, 8-0 Tampa.
Is the armor we wear to battle, and the meaning embodies much more than simply stitches on fabric. Blue reflects Lynn University's confidence. The Fighting Knight is facing directly forward as a reflection of honor and loyalty. White represents humility. The thin individual white line is not flashy, reminding the Fighting Knights to place the team before themselves. Gray stands for maturity. We are consistent and grounded in our values, never wavering. Confidence, humility, maturity. The Fighting Knights coat of arms.
A good look at Anthony Franco pitching into his fourth inning. Lynn trailing 8-0. Drew Earhart leading it on for the Spartans. Drew, run batted in today, sacrifice fly. Reached down an error in the first and scored a run.
Ahead here earlier in the count, 3-0. I shouldn't say early in the count, just ahead in the count. But a little bit of action down there for the Fighting Knights. Looks like Zach Mednick up there, lefty.
Oh, Franco has yet to walk a hitter. Grounded Dorian, gloves it, knocks it down, has to hurry, and safe at first. Legging it out, good speed by Earhart on the error by Lynn.
Good effort from Dorian trying to recover on that one. Made it close. Wonder if we had that power of slow-mo instant replay, how close that would have been, like the Major Leagues has. But the naked eye, that's safe as called by the field ump there. That's Randy Olhausen.
There's Harrison Bragg, 1 for 2 today. Big swing and a miss. Bragg, 2-run single in the first, struck out in the second. So not a good line on the scoreboard for Lynn. 0-0 and 2 here in the fourth. Strike called on the inside corner. 0 and 2. Ground ball to Dorian, could be 2. Sure-handed Pat gets it to Archer and on to first. So that erases the error to begin the fourth. 6-4-3 the double play, turned by Dorian and Archer.
Good job there, just tailor-made from shortstop. Smooth turn and a great throw from Archer.
Darren Miller, 1 for 2 today. RBI double in the first, also scored a run. The third baseman. And senior out of Key West, former Seminole player. It's a high fly ball, deep left field, looking up, and goodbye. Home run. Deep into the trees and the foliage beyond the left field fence. So Miller with a 2-out solo home run.
That's his 4th home run and his 24th run batted in. Actually, excuse me, he had the 2 in the first inning. So that's his, let me think here, 26th run batted in.
Number 44, Danny Serving.
And big power from Miller. Miller just 5'8", 185, but he's got some power. Laced up the middle, hit the foot, deflects over to first. Martinez will take it to the bag after the fortuitous bounce, and good to see that Anthony Franco okay. Kind of skipped off his shoe right over to first base to record Serving for the final out of the inning. But a solo home run increases the Tampa lead to 9-0 heading into the bottom half of the fourth.
Yum yum Bratwurst.
Wiener
Bratwurst.
Wiener
Bratwurst.
Wiener Bratwurst.
Lads, fish and chips.
Leading off for the Fighting Knights, number 6, Pat Dorian.
Pat Dorian leads it off for the Knights here in the bottom of the fourth, 9-0 Tampa. Dorian was struck out his first at bat, swinging and a miss at a cutter to begin his second at bat. So LeBron with 4 strikeouts. Second in the nation coming into the action with 74. Long stare in from LeBron. Ground ball up the middle. And into center field for a base hit. I think that ball was hit a little harder than Golly anticipated. Got a little bit of a slow break. And everything off of Pat Dorian's bat seems to be hit sharply. So a leadoff single for Dorian. First hit of the game for Lynn comes here in the bottom of the fourth.
It only makes sense that, team's best hitter would get the first hit of the game after not having one through the first 3 innings. But a good start here. This is the 3rd time now the Fighting Knights have had the leadoff man on to start an inning.
Shane Fontana reached on a drop, 3rd strike in his first at bat. Takes strike 1. Pat Dorian 1 for 2 in steals this season. Short lead by Pat, 9-0. Lynn trails. Ground ball to the right side, fielded by Earhart to second for the force. On to first, no chance. With a speedy Fontana, Dorian did a nice job also pressuring the throw by Golly over at short.
It was a good job going hard into the bag, a good slide from Dorian. And, just a little bit of a double clutch there. And that allowed Fontana to reach first safely.
One down to Willie C. Willie, strikeout victim in the second.
Number 4, Willie C.
What's the over-under, the amount of times he throws over to first this at-bat?
Well, I think he went over 4 the last time Shane was at the bag. Yeah, he had a 5-run lead at that time. Now he's got a 9-run lead, so maybe that will reduce the throws over. LeBron checking him over there. Strike call. Good job by LeBron moving the ball in and out. Attended South Dade High School in Homestead. LeBron deliberate with Fontana at first. That changeup has been effective. He's shown that to Willie about 5 or 6 times already. Struck him out on that pitch and his first at bat.
Wouldn't be surprised if he went right back to it here.
Fontana stole his 8th base of the season back in the second, and there it is again. You called it, Matt, and Willie C down on strikes against that nasty changeup thrown by LeBron. LeBron now with 5 strikeouts in the game. And here's Alejandro Martinez. He flew out to right field.
Oh, okay. I tried to call you back. I wasn't sure what it was.
In his first at bat.
Number 29, Alejandro Martinez.
See if they have anything cooking over there with Fontana on first. Like you said, 8 for 8. Got his 8th stolen base. His last time reaching base safely.
Well, Lynn dugout has stayed with their team, behind their team. They've been energetic, enthusiastic, despite trailing 9-0 here. Still plenty of time for this potent offense to battle back. It won't be easy against this star pitcher and David LeBron.
I think part of that has to do, even though they're down as many runs as they are, the game's been going quickly. There hasn't been a lot of time in between pitches, so it kind of keeps you engaged. And even though the deficit is 9 runs, I think the team would rather have it be that way than a slow-moving big deficit.
And a lot of belief in their offense. This team can put runs on the scoreboard in a hurry. Comes inside a little bit with that changeup. LeBron staring in. He thought that might have been a strike. Now the count 2-0 to Alejandro. Martinez, 273 hitter. Throw down to first. Fontana hustling back after faking the steal.
A little bit of a late strike call on that pitch.
No, Danny Servin appears to be a very good defensive receiver. Strong arm, quick, agile behind the plate. There's Fontana. Just missing a little inside to Martinez. 3-1. So Lynn has had a base runner in each of the 4 innings. They only have 1 hit in the game. Strike 2.
Just take a look at Fontana's uniform there. You can tell all the work he's been doing in the base paths. Diving back a number of times. Also with that stolen base at second.
Lynn dugout encouraging Martinez. Big pitch here from LeBron. There goes Fontana. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nasty 3-2 pitch thrown by David LeBron. He struck out the final 2 hitters of this inning. No runs. 1 hit the first of the day by Lynn, by Pat Dorian. But Lynn trails 9-0 as we approach the 5th.
Communications at the University. This September, we're going to be launching the Lynn's.
What's up, girls? How's everything going?
Oh, hey, Chad. I didn't know anybody was working this weekend.
Are you okay? You need a power bar, Powerade, towel?
No, we're okay. Thanks.
Okay. Keep up the good work.
So a new pitcher on the bump for Rudy and the Fighting Knights. It is Zach Bednick, 6'3", 205-pound sophomore. And Zach is out of Coral Springs. He attended Volunteer State Community College before coming to Lynn, as Matt will have Zach's numbers on the season.
Well, comes into this one, no record, no wins, no losses, a little bit of an inflated ERA. Made 4 appearances. He's only thrown 3 entire innings on the season, giving up 8 hits, 12 runs, 11 of those earned. Walked 9, struck out 4. Opponents batting .500 against him.
Zach wanted that pitch for a strike. He's facing Connor Cryle, who's 2 for 2 today, 2 singles. The 2-1. Connor, tough out at the plate. Zach Bednick kind of shaking his head a little bit. Thought a couple of those pitches were good enough for a strike. And ball 4, and Mednick staring in. Now he's asking the home plate umpire where it is.
Yeah,
As the home plate umpire now turns to the Lynn dugout to tell Rudy he doesn't want to hear any complaining.
Well, I'd like to know where that one was too.
Well, 3 of those, it looked like he could have had 4 strikes there, but that one outside, ball 1. So Kryl aboard with the leadoff walk. Here's Nick DeTringo, the right fielder, struck out in the first, RBI single, and scored a run in the third. Ground ball. Green scoops it up. Nice play to second for 1. Archer rushes the throw to first in time. Good job by Lynn defensively to erase the leadoff walk. Double play.
Tough play, but a good one from Green there, charging that one all the way. Gets it on the short hop, basically a scoop like you said. But a great turn from Archer there is what really got that job done. Beat him by about half a step at first.
Well, good job by Zach Mednick battling back, the sophomore from Coral Springs. And now he faces Richie Rivera. A little bit away, ball 1. Richie 0 for 2 today. Scored a run in the third. Ball 2. Mednick shaking off Argumento. The 2-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. We're in the 5th, 9-0. The third-ranked Tampa Spartans have put up 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. There's a strike call. Three-one pitch. Laced into left field, a base hit. A 2-out single for the batter, Rivera. Here in the 5th, as Lynn hopes to shut down the Tampa offense for the first time this afternoon. Here in the 5th. Brandon Galley, the shortstop, has been terrific. 2 doubles, 2 runs batted in, and a run scored.
Thought for a moment there they might have the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game, but of course this Tampa team doesn't quit. Good hitting team. Finds a base runner somehow.
Galley, 6 foot, 170-pound senior shortstop out of Louisville. And he began his collegiate career at UM down in Coral Gables. Now, you mentioned a kind of impressive roster that Tampa has compiled. Ton of Division I experience. Nice breaking pitch by Mednick. But not just D1 experience, you're talking about huge programs.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The likes of FSU, Miami.
Also Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, yep. A lot of important, big D1 schools. And that you get a lot of that in the Sunshine State Conference. Lynn themselves, Tyler Green transfer from Vanderbilt.
That ball poked foul down the first baseline against the curveball.
Also Tom Archer transfer from Hofstra.
Well, the quality of baseball that we see here in the Sunshine State Conference can compete with anybody. Any Division I conference. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss at a big breaking pitch. Argumento shows the umpires the ball that he caught it. And that will end the 5th. So finally, Lynn able to escape an inning without allowing a run. Hopefully that will spark the Lynn offense as they come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 9-0.
Hey, Trey, nice of you to show up in the right gear, bro.
Trayvion's been a great addition to our program. He brings a lot of experience and leadership for us. unfortunately, he's gotten a little rusty playing football at Northwestern for 4 years, and he has certainly picked up some bad habits.
Oh! Touchdown!
Hey, Coach, pretty sure that was a travel.
Damn, sucker, we know that! Do it again!
Tyler Green leads it off for the Lynn Fighting Knights in the bottom of the fifth inning. 9-0 Tampa. The first pitch to Green is outside, ball one. Tyler struck out in the second. One of 6 strikeouts today by David LeBron, the very talented senior right-hander out of Homestead, Florida.
And LeBron doing the job efficiently. That's his 52nd pitch of the game.
A good crowd down the first base line, down into right field. A lot of Lynn fans standing at the fence, trying to encourage their team, hoping for a big comeback. And that's a good way to start it, as that will dribble into center field for a base hit off of the end of the bat. But again, Lynn puts their leadoff hitter aboard, and they have done it in every inning, surprisingly. And that is only the second hit. We're in the bottom of the fifth.
Says a lot about the way LeBron's been pitching. Came into this one second in the nation in strikeouts. He's got 6 already today. You know, pitches well with runners on base.
You know, Tyler Green hit it off the end of the bat, but with his power, able to muscle that ball out of the infield. He certainly didn't get a lot of aluminum on it.
That was much like Dorian's hit, you know, the first hit of the game as well.
Argumento showed bunt. He would be bunting for a hit. No need to sacrifice now, trailing by 9 runs. Line drive, that's a solid hit up the middle. First 2 hitters aboard here in the Lynn fifth. Argumento, the most solid hit of the day for the Fighting Knights, and their 3rd of the afternoon.
And, you know, they haven't really, you know, that's, like you said, the first solid hit, but each hit has gone up the middle, so that's got to say something about their timing. They're on LeBron's pitches. They just can't get that one big swing on it.
Well, he's not going to be easy to pull with that heater up in the low 90s and with movement, unless you get a hold of one of his wicked changeups. There's Alec Ojeda, grounded out to Galley at short in the 3rd. Out of the stretch, the pitch by LeBron. High fly ball. Trotting back is Rivera. Now will come back against the wind. Tagging is Green. He's a good throw, would have had him. So aggressive base running by Lynn. Both runners advance to second and third on a medium depth fly ball.
Well, you got to play small ball sometime to get those runs across. Not really a sacrifice, but good heads-up base running.
And with Archer coming up, it takes the double play away and moves 2 base runners into scoring position for Archer. Hit by pitch in the first, walked in the third, swing and a miss. Here to begin his at-bat in the 5th. Archer looking to add to his 23 runs banded in. Now that's quite a lot for a leadoff hitter.
Says a lot about how well this team hits. Being able to get runners on base for the leadoff man to drive him in.
Changeup was chopped foul, so ahead in the count against Archer for the first time today is LeBron. Well, helping his RBI total was that 8 driven in against Florida Southern the other day. And we thank Tom Blake for that quick statistic. The 0-2, heater low. Green is at third after his leadoff single. Argumento at second after his bullet into center. The 1-2. Changeup just missing away to even the count at 2. Good eye by Archer as he watched that into the glove.
That changeup lethal. Fooling these batters today. But good patience and discipline there from Archer.
Yeah, it's a good one, particularly after seeing the velocity. The 2-2. Change up, grounded. Shortstop has it, goes to third. They've got Argumento caught in a rundown. Green scores. Running it back to third for the out. Archer moves into second. So run batted in for Tom. Scoring the first run of the day is Tyler Green. And Archer able to move into second on the force out.
Well, they got one.
There's Gabe Martinez. He's grounded out to Earhart at second twice. RBI opportunity for Gabe. Martinez on the season has 22 of them. In the dirt, good stop by Servin. You see the all-around talent by this Spartan team. They've got pitching, hitting, defense. And that helps to position you as the third-ranked team in the nation.
It all starts with the fundamentals. You know, that seen there in that rundown, they didn't overthink that. Waited for someone to cover second base, chased him down, and didn't make any mistakes.
Ball 2. Dorian on deck. 2-0 the count to Martinez. Here's the pitch. Fly ball off the end of the bat. Richie Rivera, good read on it. Trots in a bit and makes the catch for the third out. But Lynn does cross the plate for the first time this afternoon. No runs. That's 1 run and 1 hit.
2 hits.
2 hits, 1 left on. Thank you.
Both those up the middle.
Yeah. 9-1 the score as we head to the 6th on the Lynn Sports Network.
Imagine being a different kind of learner.
Being part of a team.
Imagine being part of the solution.
Imagine being part of the nightlife.
Being in the sunshine.
Imagine being part of the innovation.
Imagine being part of the tradition.
Being part of the production.
Imagine being a go-getter.
Imagine being focused.
Being free to figure it all out.
Imagine being a global citizen.
Being right at home.
Back here now, top of the 6th. Zach Miednick out there on the mound for his second inning of work. And swinging at the first pitch and fouling it off is the leadoff man, Steven Smith. Smith 1 for 2 as a single, also a sacrifice bunt. Miednick ahead in the count 0-1. That one a little low. 1-1 now. So far, take a look here. We got the box scores for Lynn. Anthony Franco starting this game off went 4 innings, gave up 11 hits, 9 runs, 8 of those earned. Pitch inside there. As the lacrosse team decided to join us. Always welcomed here. Trying to cheer their team on here, trying to make a comeback. Big swing and a miss there. And they're going to let Tampa hear it. Count evens up now, 2-2. Always exciting to have a little noise around here. Big boost for Miednick as now I am rejoined by Ari Shannock. Welcome back.
What has happened? We've had a crashing of this game by, is that the soccer team?
That's the lacrosse team.
The lacrosse team.
Those guys.
I recognize a few of the soccer players coming up too. I think they're joining them.
Remember at soccer games in the fall, you'd see the lacrosse team show up. Always loud and boisterous.
And there's a base hit for the Spartans. And Earhart or Smith, excuse me. Steven Smith was his second hit of the day. Stevens also scored a run. And now 2 for 3. There's Drew Earhart. Run scored for Drew, RBI. A lot of noise for a 9-1 game. You have to love it.
Trying to get the team back into it. They, scratched a run across last inning. There's still some time left the way Lynn hits.
That ball eludes Argumento. Wild pitch, and advancing into second is Smith. We're in the top of the 6th, 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Zach Mednick on the hill in relief of Anthony Franco. Mednick working into his second inning. Now that got a piece of him. Oh, he thought it was ball 4. It was only ball 3. And he's going to hear it.
It's only ball 2.
From the boisterous lacrosse team and some maybe some soccer players mixed in the back.
Good look at them there.
Dorian charging. Will have to hurry. Good play by Pat. Charging that slow 2 hopper to get Earhart, who runs well at first. Advancing to third is Smith. 1 down in the 6th. Oh, you gotta love this support.
Just makes me laugh. Everything, just hearing some of their comments they have out there, some of their baseball terminology. A little unorthodox, but figure out what they're saying.
Wild pitch. And scoring is Steven Smith. 10-1. The Tampa players getting a kick out of it. They're standing right next to the Spartan dugout. Well, when you're up 10-1 and third in the nation, you can take it.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Good rip, foul back by Harrison Bragg.
That one almost straight at the camera, coming right into your kitchen.
Bragg 1 for 3. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. Bragg singled in 2 in the first and scored a run. That ball low. 2-2. Got some serious heckling going on. Oh, creative.
You gotta love it.
Good thing we don't have a field mic directed over there.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of controversy.
Mednick delivers a 2-2. Floating curveball off the end of the bat. Archer hustling to his right. Throws over to Martinez for the second out of the sixth. 10-1 Tampa. That'll bring in Darren Miller. Miller RBI double and a run scored in the first. Solo home run in the fourth. He is 2 for 3. They're entertaining to listen to.
Be fun if we got one of them on here, give some of their thoughts on the game. If they could do it in a PG fashion.
PG, yeah. That might not be easy.
Probably not.
One on one the count to Darren. Miller hit his 4th home run of the season. And that would have been number 5 if it was a little straighter. He pulled it, got out in front a bit, and tagged it foul down the line.
Look out for some of the traffic over there on Military.
Yeah,
This
Miller.
time of day.
Any time of day. Curveball just misses away. Miller, a team-leading 11th double. He and DeTringo both have 11. Three and 2.
Insulting his mother's cooking. Apparently
Ground
they've
ball.
had dinner.
Archer, sure-handed, makes the play to end the 6th. A run scores for Tampa. They lead it 10-1. Lynn's offense with their work cut out for them.
We have 23 national championships. How many do you have?
I challenge you.
I challenge you.
I challenge you.
I challenge you.
I challenge you, Division I. Come to Lynn.
Well, we are back, bottom of the 6th inning, but it doesn't appear that the lacrosse team is back. They have exited, Matt. Is that
Looks
right?
like it. Yeah, looks that way.
Okay, they put in their inning of work and made a couple of distractions, a few funny comments. Most of them not allowed over the air. But
a couple creative ones, though.
Yeah, yeah. So Pat Dorian leads off the bottom of the 6th with Lynn trailing 10-1. Dorian picked up the first hit of the day for Lynn. High pop fly will drift out of play. And that was in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2. Lynn has only managed 3 hits off the starter, David LeBron. What they have been able to do is put the leadoff hitter aboard in each of the first 5 innings.
Been very consistent in that category. See if they can do that here.
The 0-2 bounces into the plate, 1-2. And in the 5th, for the first time, the leadoff hitter came around to score. That was Tyler Green, led it off with a single. But the numbers on the scoreboard, not positive for Lynn. 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors for Tampa. Here's the pitch. Dorian, ground ball, sharply hit, but right at Earhart, who makes the play easily for the first out here in the 6th. For Lynn, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Interesting, as good as David LeBron has been, he is yet to retire the Lynn lineup in order yet this afternoon. Fastball of beauty of the knees, strike 1 to Fontana, who is 0 for 2 today. Does have a steal.
And as good as LeBron's pitching has been, that one fouled off, but as good as pitching has been, you got to give most of the credit to the Tampa offense. I mean, they've really been aggressive on the Lynn pitching, swinging early in the count and often, and it's been successful for them.
Yep, 10 runs, 13 hits. Lynn's helped them out a couple times with 2 errors. Well, LeBron, one of the best hurlers in the nation, came in 2nd in strikeouts with 74. He has 6 today. 5-0, 1.96 earned run average. So LeBron calls his battery mate servant out to the mound to discuss the signals. It's 0-2, 1 out, nobody on.
LeBron came into this inning with 64 pitches. Still, that pitch count, you'd have to say, relatively low. Or it should be in this game. Or where it could be, I should say.
Good rip by Shane. So the hoopla and bedlam has subsided, with the lacrosse team evidently seeing enough. Well, they know how to make an entrance, don't they? We saw them come into the soccer stadium a number of times. It's great having them, unless you're the opposition.
Really boosts all the energy whenever they show up. But you know what? That's something that we need more of here, Lynn. We need more fans at these games, and I think it's a great way to start.
Good job by Fontana staying alive. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's been a few games across the athletic spectrum where Lynn has demonstrated, the kind of enthusiasm and noise on the positive turnouts. You think about the ESPN game against FAU. That place was packed and loud. A couple of the soccer games, well attended.
Of course, with the soccer team D2 national runners-up this year.
Mm-hmm.
Great season for them.
LeBron delivers 2-2. Fontana doing a terrific job staying alive. Fought off a number of good pitches. Lynn came into the action 11-4 here at home, 8-7 in conference. Another foul ball. 19-12 overall, but it's really been hot of late. 11-game winning streak was snapped by the Mocs. Lynn moving up into the 9th ranked position in the South region. Off the end of the bat, squib towards short. Golly charging. Quick release is not in time. So Fontana aboard with an infield single. Third time he's been on board today, but first hit.
He's been a little bit of a menace there against LeBron. Really getting his head on first base, drawing a number of throws over to first, also with a stolen base. Got his 8th of the season back when he reached in the 2nd inning. Has yet to be thrown out when attempting a stolen base.
8 for 8. Willie C to the plate. So for the first time this afternoon, LeBron was able to keep the leadoff hitter of an inning off the base paths, but he is yet to record Lynn in order. Willie C has struck out twice. Hasn't seen too many fastballs. He saw one there, the first pitch. LeBron is with a steady diet of changeups. There's one that he left up a little bit, and Willie just missed it. Had a good cut. Willie C with the open stance. Oh, 2 pitch. LeBron very deliberate. That ball hit hard and deep into left center field, but played perfectly. Over there was Steven Smith to make the catch.
That's one of those hits on probably any other day here. Might get out of this park.
Yeah, he hit it well. The wind blowing in towards home plate. Also, it was in the gap, but good jump by Steven Smith on that ball. Glided over there in a hurry. Alejandro Martinez stands in and looks at ball 1. Fontana at first with 2 outs in the 6th. 10-1, Lynn trails. Swing and a miss of the changeup. 1-1.
It's been LeBron's go-to pitch, and it's been working so far against just about everyone.
Planes continue to take off from the Boca Executive Airport.
Yeah, heavy air traffic out of there today.
Yeah. Chop foul. Good rip at it by Tyler. Green can get a hold of one here. Cut the lead to a touchdown. for Tampa. Lynn dugout remains involved as they have been through the entire afternoon. Strike 3 call that catches the inside corner. Who retired at the side, Alejandra Martinez, I should say, was struck out. To end the inning, no runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on. It is 10-1, moving to the 7th.
Long school year, and the day-to-day tasks can be really monotonous. It's a good thing we have the volleyball team to pick us up.
Top of the 7th inning. It is Servin leading it off, facing Zach Mednick. Zach's done a solid job in relief of Anthony Franco, allowing 1 run in 2 innings of work. A ball a little low to Servin. Danny 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, a run scored.
I mean, you take away those two big innings. Tampa scored 4 runs in the first and 3 in the third. And, you know, Lynn's not really too far out of this one, but fortunately they weren't able to get that solid start out of Franco that they wanted. And it's been up to the bullpen since.
And now, a little action in the Lynn bullpen. Leadoff walk allowed by Zach. Counter Kryl to the plate. He's perfect on the day, 2 for 2, including a walk. Five straight balls to begin the inning. It is 10-1 Tampa. Argumento out to the mound to speak with Zach. Beautiful day in Boca. Out of the stretch and the pitch. Strike called. So the visit paid off by Argumento. He gets a strike out of his pitcher immediately. The 1-1. Tried to check it up, strike called anyway. Swing and a miss at a slow breaking pitch. Strikeout for Mednick, his second. And here's DeTringo. Was serving at first and one down in the 7th. DeTringo 1 for 3 today, an RBI single and a run scored.
And Tampa's got a couple players throwing behind the dugout. You're not sure if they're planning on moving them to the bullpen or not.
A little long toss to start. We'll see how much longer LeBron goes. He's gone 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 4 hits. Pitch low, 3-0. A left-hander warming up in the bullpen for Lynn. There's a strike. Ground ball in the hole. Doria dives to stop it. Will have no play. Good effort by Pat. Servin able to advance a second. Infield hit for DeTringo. First and second, 1 out to Richie Rivera. And Rudy's going to pay a visit to the mound to talk to Zach Mednick.
Wind dying down a little bit here, for a moment anyway.
Richie's 1 for 3 today, including a run scored. Rudy may be giving a little extra time for the reliever to warm up. See how Zach's doing.
Looks like the lefty Connor Davis warming up.
And the home plate umpire will head out to the mound to break this discussion up. Rivera, the center fielder out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Outfield straightaway, rather deep. Mednick delivers. Low. A walk and a hit this inning for Tampa. High fly ball. Fontana running back, now in position to make the catch. 2 down as Rivera flies deep to Fontana and center.
Number 9, Brendan Galley.
Shortstop Golly 2 for 3 today. 2 runs batted in, a run scored, 2 doubles.
Good day for him in the 9 spot.
Ground ball. Green moves in front of it, tags the bag to record the 3rd out. So good work by Zach Mednick. allows no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And we'll take the 7th inning stretch here from Lynn. Curveball dropped in for a strike against Tyler Green, leading it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Tampa 10, Lynn 1. Green 1 for 2 today. Single to begin the 5th. And then scored Lynn's lone run. He was driven in by Tom Archer. Fastball drilled down the line. Green laces it all the way to the fence. So rounding first and heading into second with a stand-up leadoff double is Tyler Green.
Good start here in the 7th, and yet again, Fighting Knights get the leadoff man on.
And that has been in every inning except last inning, the 6th.
Got the second guy up last inning.
Yeah, the only time they scored, that leadoff hitter was in the 5th, and that was Tyler Green. There's Argumedo, who followed up Green's hit with a solid single of his own in that run-producing 5th. LeBron delivers a fastball low. Joe 1 for 2 today. One 0 pitch. Ball 2. Argumedo, a .267 hitter. 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. Lynn looking for base runners. 2-0 pitch. Ball driven to right center field. Coming in to make the one-handed catch is Richie Rivera. So 1 down to Alec Ojeda, who's 0 for 2 today.
Thought that one might have had a chance to drop in there, but Rivera getting a good jump on that.
Yeah, Richie's got good speed.
Number 18, Alec Ojeda.
Ojeda hitting .273. 2 home runs. Swing and a miss at the changeup. LeBron, not a swift worker. He's deliberate. Swing and a miss. 0-2. One down. Lead at second by Tyler Green after the leadoff double. 0-2 pitch. Timeout call at the plate as LeBron takes a long time to deliver the ball.
Connor Davis still warming up down there in the bullpen. For Lynn, of course.
Beautiful pitch, called third strike. Froze Ojeda with a letter-high breaking pitch. 2 down. To the top of the lineup, Tom Archer, who has driven in the lone Lynn run. Chance for another run batted in here with Green at second.
Number 1, Tom Archer.
Breaking pitch called strike one. Archer, a .377 hitter. Second on the team in doubles with 10. Dorian leads in that category with 12. Fastball just outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss at a curveball. 1-2. Martinez on deck.
LeBron's just been doing a good job all game of mixing in those off-speed pitches along with his already overpowering fastball. Well, overpowering for this level, I should say. Throwing in the 90s. Faster than what Lynn is used to seeing.
Pokes out and taps that pitch to the second baseman out of the air. Earhart makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're on our way to the 8th, 10-1 Tampa. Welcome back. Lynn University, 10-1 Spartans taking it to Lynn here in the opener of this 3-game set. Big Sunshine State Conference series. Spartans 25-5 on the season and ranked 3rd in the nation. And Lynn moving on up the rankings with their performance as of late. Now number 9 in the South region. But it's been all Tampa here today. Connor Davis now into the game. Connor, 5'10" sophomore out of Hilliard, Ohio. And Matt will give you his numbers on the season.
Davis coming into this one, no wins, no losses. In 6 appearances, he's thrown 4 innings in those 6 appearances. He's get up 9 hits, 12 runs, all of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 2. ERA a little bit inflated. Hasn't really been out there enough times, but opponents also batting .450 against him.
Steven Smith, the leadoff hitter in the lineup, pops that one high on the infield. Archer battling the sun and the wind, makes the catch at the edge of the grass. We're out number 1 in the Tampa 8th.
Number 2, Drew Earhart.
Earhart to the plate. Has a sacrifice fly run batted in, and a run scored today. High pop fly will be out of play behind the dugout. So Zach Mendon did a nice job. Definitely a bright spot this afternoon for Rudy and the guys. He allowed 1 run in 3 innings of work. Fastball high, 2-1. 1 out, nobody on in the Tampa 8th. Foul out of play again. Count evens at 2. Ground ball sharply hit. Green covers it. Throws over to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Retired by Connor Davis.
Number 23, Harrison Bragg.
There's Harrison Bragg. 2-run single in the first. 1 for 4 today. Connor trying to retire the Tampa hitters in order for the first time today.
Got off speed pitch there.
Yeah, Bragg way out in front. Big right-handed batter, first baseman. Chops that one slow, tough play off of the mid of Davis, and it'll be an infield hit for the big man.
That's just one of those, puts it in the right spot. Too tough for Green to charge on that one, but.
Now, Tampa's had a number of those fortuitous kind of numbers here today.
Yeah, especially early on, that first inning. That 4-run first inning.
So Cole Perry will come to the plate. Cole, 6-foot junior out of Jacksonville, as he replaced Darren Miller last inning over at third base. So his first at bat here this afternoon. Cole takes ball 1. 1-0 from Connor Davis. Cole Perry sounds like a clothing line.
Could be.
Runner at first is Bragg. Swing and a miss at a breaking pitch.
Okay, that's fine. We're in the now, so
10-1 Tampa. The bullpen has done its job for Rudy, allowing 1 run on in 3 innings of work. That was Zach Mednick. Tampa able to put 9 runs on the board against starter Franco.
You know, it's kind of like what I said. You know, this team struggles early on with pitching, but see, after that first, settled in a little bit until that third, they got up 3. But other than that, really, I mean, a few spread out across, but no more big innings besides that.
3-1 pitch. Ooh, grounded ricocheted off the top of the dugout. Everybody okay over there in the Spartans bench. Helicopter flying right over the field. There's the payoff pitch. Chop foul. We've seen plenty of action in the skies here over the Lynn baseball field. Planes taking off from the Boca Airport to the west all afternoon long. 3-2 pitch again is low, ball 4. So runners at first and second with 2 down in the Tampa 8th. And here is Danny Servin. Servin 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, a run scored, and a walk.
Actually a pinch hitter.
Okay.
That's number 15, Danny Maynard.
So Danny Maynard will come in to catch. And he's hitting now for Servin. So evidently Tampa only recruits catchers named Danny. And Joe Argumento is going to have a word with Connor Davies.
He had 2 quick outs start this inning, then slowed down a little bit after that single. Walks the last batter, but don't want to let any more happen here, trying to get Maynard to end it.
Connor Davis played at Hilliard Bradley High School out of Hilliard, Ohio. High, deep fly ball. Ojeda going back to the fence, and good. That is just foul, evidently. I lost track of that ball.
I couldn't even see it.
Hit way out of here. Good power display by Maynard. 5'10", 200-pound junior. Danny's out of Burnt Hills, New York. And we talked about that Division I experience. There's a University of Maryland player. Davis. The 0-1. Runner at second is Bragg. Runner at first is Perry. Ball 2.
I'm just looking up and down at this roster. Got a number of players from Miami, Florida State. You got Maryland, UNC Wilmington, University of Nevada, Mississippi State. Also, University of North Carolina. A lot of D1 experience.
Yeah, 2-2 the count. And it's certainly working for Tampa baseball. 3rd in the nation and a strong program. Joe Urso, head coach. Two pitch. Ball 3. Three-two pitch coming from Davis. Ground ball into the hole, a base hit into left field. Ojeda charging and will not make the throw into the plate. Scoring On the play is Harrison Bragg. So it's now 11-1 Tampa. RBI single from Maynard. Little two-out rally here by the Spartans.
Another pinch hitter now. It's number 17, Chris Gaffney.
So Chris Gaffney hits for Connor Kryl, who finishes the day for 2 for 3. Gaffney, 5'10", 205-pound senior out of Hollisville, New York. And he's the transfer out of UNC Wilmington that Matt talked about. Action in the Lynn bullpen. 16 hits for Tampa. 11 runs. And on a typical day for Lynn, they'd be right in a game, even allowing 11 runs. But not against the pitching of David LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, the pitching they faced allowed Lynn to average around, what did we come out with, 8 runs a game or
Yeah,
something?
over 8 runs a game.
So that says a lot about the way LeBron's been pitching. Of course, didn't come into this game number 2 in the nation in strikeouts for no reason.
That chopped into the hole again into left field, so another run will score for the Spartans. The base hit by Gaffney. Scoring is Cole Perry scores. Runners at first and second, and here's Nick Tringo.
Just a lot of those soft hits, just finding the right spots on the field for Tampa. Just out of the reach of both Green and Dorian right there.
High pop fly, shading his eyes is Green. And now he looked towards Dorian and still able to make the catch somehow. The last moment, looked to Pat and, okay, I got it. Great job by Green to readjust and make the catch. So a couple more runs scored by Tampa. They now lead at 12-1 as we move to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for Tampa facing Gabe Martinez to begin the 8th is Colton Widows. Widows, 6-foot left-hander, sophomore out of Palm Harbor, Dunedin High School. That ball grounded sharply, backhanded by the second baseman. Quick throw by Earhart in time to get Martinez to begin the 8th. And do you have numbers on Colton, Matt?
Well, not on any of these sheets. Probably on this one right over here. The big packet.
Well, LeBron went 7 innings, allowing 1 run on 5 hits. There's Pat Dorian. Swing and a miss at the heat from Widows.
Navigate my way through here. Get you those numbers in a second.
That's a big information pack that Tampa puts together. Widows out of the windup. Delivers strike 2. Sharp fastball on the inside corner by Colton.
Got him right here. So, this season, he's appeared 4 times, thrown 7 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits.
Earhart has another one, throws the first for the out.
5 runs, only 1 of those earned. Walked 8, struck out 9. He's got a 10.57 strikeout per 9 inning ratio. Also an ERA of 1.17 this season.
Impressive. There's Fontana. Tampa looking for their first 3 up, 3 down inning. Surprisingly, even allowing just 1 run on 5 hits. Fontana single 1 for 3 today. Stole a base. One-zero pitch. Pop fly out of play left side. One pitch, curveball a little low. 2 outs, nobody on in the 8th.
You can tell Fontana's been busy in the field just by looking at his uniform.
He's had some tough at-bats here today.
Reached base each time so far.
Three-one pitch. Chop to the right side, backing up to play it. Over at first and safe. So fast, Shane Fontana.
And that's why he's reached base every time.
Yeah. Second infield hit of the day for Fontana. He's also reached on a drop, 3rd strike, and a fielder's choice.
Also a stolen base.
Number 4, Willie C.
There's Willie C., who was happy to see LeBron out of the game. After going 0 for 3, he should get a better look at the left-hander Widows.
He couldn't figure out that changeup.
Willie hitting .274, 6 doubles, 5 home runs. Two and 0. Pretty small strike zone today.
I'd say so. Consistent, though.
Yep. 2-0 pitch. I won't call the strike. Pitch called the ball, 3-1. So Cole Perry's at first, swing and a miss. Nick DeTringo's at third now.
Perfect. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I wouldn't have caught that.
3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Lynn trying to keep their hopes alive. They trailed 12-1.
12-11 would have been much more doable.
Foul back right at us here. Keep us awake.
I flinched.
Colton Widows in relief of LeBron, who went 7 innings. Allowed just 1 run on 5 hits. Widows delivers 3-2 pitch, ball 4. So Fontana moves up to second. And 2 on for Alejandro Martinez. Alejandro 0 for 3 today. Alejandro hitting .273. Strike 1. Ground ball just foul, left of the third base bag. Oh, and 2 the count, 2 down. It's been all Tampa here thus far.
And it's been one of the quickest games we've had here, and it still seems like it's been taking a long time.
The game didn't start till 3:15. We had a little bit of a delay from the umpiring crew. Ground ball foul. Guarding the line over at third is DeTringo, who's moved into third base from right field. Cole Perry is now playing first. So Drew Burkhart is now in right field. Tapped foul. Alejandro staying alive. Fought off a couple of tough 0-2 pitches. Crowd quiet, dugouts quiet. We'll do the 0-2 pitch again. Blocked the plate by Maynard. Lynn with 2 base runners on after 2 were out.
Green waiting on deck, 2 hits for him today. Like to see him get another opportunity with some runners on.
Another one hits the dirt, 2-2. So Widows overthrowing the last two pitches. Martinez digging in. The 2-2 pitch. Little low, ball 3.
Tough one to take, but good eye from Martinez.
Yep. That was a little low. It was a small strike zone today.
Runner's taking off here.
On the 3-2 and driven back up the middle for a base hit. Scoring is Fontana. C into third. A little 2-out rally and an RBI for Alejandro Martinez. And here comes Tyler Green. Martinez has just knocked in his 17th run of the season. Shane Fontana scoring his 29th run. Archer leads in that category with 31. Tyler 2 for 3 today, including a run scored. It's now 12-2 Tampa. Advancing into second is Martinez on the wild pitch. So Colt Widows has lost his focus just a little bit here. And coming out to the mound to talk to him is his battery mate, Danny Maynard.
Green, of course, with that double his last time up. Chance it or knock in 2.
Sometimes it's difficult for relievers, particularly the strong relievers, to come in with a huge lead.
Yeah,
they get caught out of their focus, out of their rhythm.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. You just kind of feel like you have so much leeway, you can kind of do whatever you want, but get out of rhythm.
This is all after 2 were out. Really should have been a 1-2-3 inning. Fontana legged out a ground ball to first.
And now they got some action down there in the Spartans bullpen. So this mountain visit just giving them some time to really warm up. And warming up quickly.
Probably one of those things that can be eliminated from baseball, the mound visit. I mean, unless you're going to take the pitcher out.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I mean,
it's just kind of one of those strategy things.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, you know, he just goes out there and what?
It stalls.
Yeah, that's
so
really
you think
all
about
it is.
ways to speed up the game. That could be one of them.
Because they're going out there, not really so much. It doesn't really have so much of an effect on the pitcher out there as you'd think.
That ball driven deep to right field against the fence, kind of putting his arm out to see where it was. Nice play out there by Drew Burkhardt. So Tyler Green hit it hard up against the fence. Lynn gets another run on a couple of hits. It's 12-2 heading to the ninth. Tampa in front.